9 is about to, well, it's underway right now, actually. Week 9 with the Baltimore Ravens, Miami Dolphins. Last I checked, 'cause I'm looking at it right now. Last I checked, it was 14-3. Baltimore was up.
Yeah.
I think they had two touchdowns by Mark Andrews. I think, uh, Lamar Jackson threw those two touchdowns to Mark Andrews. So right now, 14-3 with Baltimore and Miami. So, we'll check in on that as we go along, man. Um, so, all right, let's jump into these games. Let's jump into these Week 9 games. The first game I have on the docket here is the Chicago Bears traveling to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. Um, you know, Joe Flacco may or may not play in this game. Saying he has, dealing with that shoulder. Um, he wants to play, but he may not play. I don't think it's going to make a difference. Um, I'm riding on the Bears' coattail on this one. I think the Bears might, because of Joe Flacco. I mean, really, Flacco plays or not, I'm still going with the Bears. I think the Bears are they're making a move, man. I'm kind of believing in them a little bit. So Caleb Williams going to get things right, and so but this one I'm going with the Bears.
This one comes down to which team do I believe in less? 'Cause I really believe in either one of these teams, but right, my disdain for the Chicago Bears, notwithstanding. So the for me the issue is knowing that the Bengals couldn't beat the Jets, and the Jets got their first win of the season. Like that defense, I hold in the same league as the Dallas Cowboys defense. They can't stop a running nose. So um, even if Flacco's playing, he's not going to be 100% Flacco. And with that defense, I gotta go with the Bears. I mean, I I'm not sure if Hendrickson's going to play or not, but that's the one bright spot on that defense at best. And you keep Hendrickson at bay, and he even plays because he won't be probably be 100%. So yeah, I think the Bears will right their ship from that loss last week and feast on the Bengals and yeah. So Chicago, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this may be a little bit of a shootout. Um, if the Bears could keep up, believe it or not. I think the Bengals offensively are a little bit more buttoned up. I'm seeing a little bit of an unraveling going on with the Bears. Like I said, over the past couple of games, Caleb hasn't been, he still hasn't been on point with Ben's offense, making some silly mistakes, fumbling the snaps, right? Still not as accurate as I would like him to be. I think if the Bears jump out in front, sorry, if the Bengals jump out in front, then they can run away with this. And after that loss, that the Bengals probably thought they should have won, of course, against the Jets. I think they're going to come out guns blazing and at home steal a win.
All right. All right. I got you for that. All right, Doc. Yeah.
Wait, wait, you taking notes? You
I,
taking notes with the
I took a note. Yeah,
taking
I'm
notes?
taking some notes on this.
All right, all right,
Yeah. Yeah.
all
So,
right.
all right, Doc. Your Vikings are headed to Detroit to play the Lions. I know that JJ McCarthy is going to be back. Carson Wentz is headed to IR. He's done. I think he's actually done forever in Minnesota. That's just what I'm saying here. However, Doc, what you got in this game, man? What your Vikings got?
Man, hey, don't forget that the Vikings just signed John Wolford of LA Rams and Wake Forest fame to the team. So we got a quarterback with playoff experience. backing up JJ McCarthy. Now, I'm gonna be real. If it's Wofford who somehow comes in less than a week and starts, that doesn't bode well for the offense. Uh, JJ McCarthy, if he comes back in to start, has had one good quarter in two full games, right? I'm going on the road to Detroit. That's got a really good defense, and I love my Vikings. I bleed purple, but yeah, if I was a betting man, I would not bet on this game. I'll put it that way, as a Minnesota Vikings fan. So, um, yeah, I hope they prove me wrong, and I will happily eat that crow because that means you got to win against the Lions. But yeah, I think the Lions gonna win this one.
Gotcha. Gotcha. What you got, Lee?
Yeah, I think going back to my notes, like I got notes too.
You got your
So
note. You got.
I got notes too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I think when we were picking our top five, Doc had Lions number one. I had Lions number one. You had Lions number two. None of us had Vikings in the top five. I don't
You
see
ain't you
any
ain't you ain't
sort.
gotta say the last part. You could just left the Lions.
I'm
You
just
could just
going
left the
off my
Lions.
notes. I'm just going off my notes. I'm sorry.
You could just
The
left the Lions
notes,
part,
right?
man.
Um, I mean, I'm look. Yeah, no one, no, that's what the notes say. But, but no, even with that, right? I don't see any semblance of a run or any upward trajectory just yet with the Vikings. And there's a lot of ambiguity right now with JJ coming back into the fold. Like I said, Wentz is going to be out. We don't know what everything's going to look like. Too many unknowns, so I'm going to have to go with the Lions.
Going with Lions. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, Doc. I mean, this one is a tough up sledding for y'all, man. I don't. It would be dag near a miracle right now, um, for JJ. I mean, JJ is just coming back. I could see if he was in a couple games, and he's clicking with Justin Jefferson and they going, but him just coming back is just going to be too tough. You going into Detroit, they're rolling right now, and I think they just keep it going. So yeah, definitely Detroit with that. All
I'm
right.
rooting for the Vikings. I'm rooting for the
Yeah.
Vikings, but
Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I would love for that whole divisional, familiarity to kick in, but I don't think that's gonna kick in enough to make the difference. So
Yeah.
Who's home on
yeah,
this one, Doc?
Detroit.
Are you guys home? Detroit?
No, Detroit's home.
Yeah, Detroit is
Yeah,
home. Yeah, it's
Ah,
tough.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah. So okay. Next one we got the Panthers traveling to Green Bay to play the Packers, and the Panthers. I know, like I said, the running game. I think they're going to come second in the NFC South. I think they're going to be right there. And Green Bay. I mean, they played a good game last week, and so you know they're looking good. They're the number. They're right now. By record they're the number one team in the NFC. Right. Um, Overall, I don't see them as a number one seed at the end of the day. But for right now, and playing the Panthers, I'm gonna have to go with Green Bay in this game. I just think Jordan Love, if he's not gonna make any mistakes in this game, I
Hmm.
think. But the Panthers, it's just I can't trust the Panthers 100% just yet. I just think they're coming along, but I just got to stick with Green Bay in this one.
I believe the Panthers got Bryce Young back, and they're going on the road into Green Bay. If they can run the ball, there's a chance they can make this one interesting. But that's them getting up, that's them getting the ball first, running the ball, touchdown with Rico Dowdle, focus and leaning on Rico Dowdle. No offense to Trouble Hubbard, um, but I don't see that happening. And then I think Green Bay has too much firepower on offense and that defense to the point where if they get up ahead and they got to lean, become one dimensional, they be in Carolina. Yeah, that don't bode well with Michael Parsons. So I'm going to go with Green Bay on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay too. Too much firepower. I don't think the Panthers are going to do the right thing in terms of giving the line share of the carries to Dowdle. I think they're going to still split those carries between him and Hubbard. That's not going to be a good thing to do with Hubbard not really producing this season, not even nearly as close as Dowdle. So Bryce Young is back. That's a good note for them, but too much firepower on the Packers side. I'll pick the on the Packers. Yeah, I'll pick the Packers.
Packers. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And this next match, Broncos going to Texas to play the Texans. Um, I want to pick the Texans. I really want to pick the Texans in this game. Um, and I think this may be my upset special. This might be my upset special. Yeah, I think this is where this. I'm going with the Texans in this game. I think after I think the Texans might be starting to turn the corner a little bit. This is a big game for them. Obviously, the Broncos coming into town, but I think the O line is going to hold up for C.J. Stroud again. And I think he's going to have a pretty good game. Pat Surtain, I don't think he's back. Um, so I think he's still going to be out. So yeah, I'm my upset special. I'm going with the Texans in this game.
I have a hard time saying this, but I respect what Sean Payton's doing in Denver. He is not my favorite NFL head coach. Um, but he has put together a really good defense and a quarterback leading this offense that does not make mistakes. He he protects the ball, rarely throws interceptions, rarely fumbles, rarely takes sacks. And so like you really have to beat Denver. They rarely implode. You don't have them, three interception games like some other quarterbacks. Hopefully I ain't jinxing them. Um, I think Houston had a good game last week. Uh, kind of like a CJ Stroud kind of renewed, and the defense started playing well. I think this is going to be a really nice game, but I'm going to go with Denver. I'm going to go with Denver going into Houston and beating Houston. I think it's going to be a low scoring game, like first one to 21 points wins kind of thing. But yeah, I'm going to go with Denver.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Texans are home. They beat the Niners last week. Niners were beat up. Broncos on defense, they are missing the reigning defensive player of the year. But I don't think that's going to be enough. I think the Broncos are going to go into Houston and win.
All right, so you got the
They got
Broncos.
Broncos.
All
Yeah.
right, all right, all right. Yeah, this one is going to be interesting because I think it's going to be a really this one is going to be better than I think a lot of people expect. So
It's
I'm
going to be
looking.
a good game. It's
Yeah,
going to be a good game.
yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. All right, and this next game, this one is going to be easy for me. This is quick. This easy. I don't even have to say anything. Falcons travel to New England to play the Patriots. Everybody already know the Falcons is they're not even coming out of my mouth. This is quick. I'm going with the Patriots, man. I don't even have anything else to say.
You ain't even gonna you ain't even gonna no.
No,
For what?
no.
For
Uh,
what?
right. No, there's nothing left to say, man.
So I think Penix is still injured. He's questionable, right? So is it going to be, an injured Penix coming back trying to play, or is this going to be Kirk Cousins, leading the USS Atlanta Falcons. Captain Kirk doing what he got to do. Yeah, I just don't see it. I think if the Atlanta Falcons show up the way everyone hopes Atlanta Falcons would show up on offense, this would be a really good game to watch. Right? We're talking probably hitting it into the 30s, who got the ball last. But I don't think that's the Falcons offense that's going to show. And so against that very well coached defense, Drake May making plays. Yeah, I'm just trying to fill some airtime. The New England Patriots going to win this one. So
Yeah. Don't do it, Lee.
I'll help fill some airtime with you. Don't do it. Don't do it. I gotta do it.
Don't do it.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it. These are the games that the Falcons actually win. It's the games where it was like, you know what? Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
They're gonna get blown up.
Right.
And then lo and behold, they win. And then guess what, Falcon fans? After they win, that's it.
A new
They
hope.
let you down again.
A
They
new
let you
hope.
down again.
A new
Right?
hope.
This is the I'm gonna give you hope game. So Falcons I picked the Falcons for this one.
You how could you do it, man? How could you do
I
it?
picked the Falcons.
All right.
This
You
is
go
game
with the Falcons.
It's gonna give the fan base hope
Yeah.
and then down sled the rest
Yeah.
of the way.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
Oh man, boy. That's all right, man. All right, you banking on these Falcons again. Never, man, never.
I'm banking on them breaking the hearts of
Yeah.
Falcon fans for the rest of the season. Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a no-brainer. You know they're gonna do that. You know they're gonna do that. All right. So next game we got the 49ers traveling to New York to play the Giants. Scatterboo is gone. He's gone for the season. Tough injury for him. Jackson Dart, that was his boy. Jackson Dart is playing. Lee, I think before the season you were saying Jackson Dart, is a good quarterback. I didn't know about him. I think he's great. I think in this game, 49ers, I think Purdy is coming back. He was practicing. I don't think they've confirmed yet, but he was practicing, both him and what's the other quarterback? Who's starting now? Matt Jones. Him and Matt Jones were out there. So I don't know who starts this game just yet for the 49ers. However, I'm going with the 49ers. I think the Giants, with Scatterboo going out, that was a big blow for them. That's just gonna. I don't think they're gonna bounce back from that. I think they're gonna go on a losing streak at this point, and so I'm going with the 49ers in this game.
So, Neighbors is out, Scottaboo's out. It's just Jackson Dart trying to move that offense, and I got to give the boy credit. He's for a young quarterback, he's playing really well. The Niners are still banged up. They're less banged up than last couple of weeks, but they still got a lot of folks questionable, on IR. I think the betting line has it at like -2.5 for the Giants. I.e., if it was a neutral field, they'd go with the Niners by like half a point. But I think that's just because a lot of people are betting in New York, betting for the Giants. So
Right.
I don't think it's that close, and I'm going with the Niners on this one. So
Yeah, you guys say Purdy's going to be back, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if
Maybe.
he's good. He may be.
I don't
It's a
know.
possibility.
difference. I
Yeah.
don't think it makes much difference.
And look, they could bring Steve Young back. They still going to lose. Giants going to win this game.
No, man. No, this.
Giants. Look, let me give you.
Go
my
ahead.
reason.
Go
Let me
ahead.
give you my reason, right?
All right.
So they coming off an emotional loss, right? You got
Yeah.
Scadaboo, who had that horrific injury,
Yeah.
okay? And by all accounts, they could have won that game against the Eagles, but they was playing against the refs too. So that was
Come on, man. Come on.
yeah,
Come on.
that's tough sledding. That's tough sledding. So if the refs are impartial the way that they should be in this game, Giants are gonna win. I think Jackson Dart, like you said, Lynx, I had him up there. He was a
Yep.
first round pick. Predicted that. That's he and Cam Ward. And he's playing really, really good football. You got a lot of pieces on the outside from a receiver perspective that he's been making them better,
Yep.
which kudos to him for that as well. And Tyrone Tracy's a good running back. Tyrone
Yeah.
Tracy's going to step in. He's going to fill in for Scadaboo, and he's no slouch. He's a really good running back. I think the Giants are going to win this game.
Or are you going out on a limb? All right. Okay. I got you. Um, looking at the just a quick update. Looking at the game right now, Baltimore still up 14-6. So it looked like Miami scored a scored a field goal. So Baltimore still leading there in this game. All right. Next game we got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Pittsburgh to play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh, an old man coming off a loss to Green Bay. He couldn't avenge his revenge game. He didn't go off as quite planned for him. Um, and then now you got the Colts. That's two L's in a row, buddy. Two L's in a row. So you going down. I don't see Pittsburgh. Look, Pittsburgh is one of those teams that's right there, but the Colts are rolling, man. Danny Dimes is they clicking on all cylinders right now. I don't see Pittsburgh, and I don't even think this is gonna. Hold on, let me before I say this. Let me see. Is this going to be close? No, this not even going to be close. I think Daniel Jones and uh, the MVP of the league, right now,
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. Yes, and yeah, he's gonna run all over Pittsburgh, man. Yeah, there's no way Pittsburgh win this game. Definitely the Colts.
Well, the reason why Aaron Rodgers didn't get that victory last week was he was out trying to sell his home in Green Bay to Packers fans, Packers players during the game. Hey, Michael, my house still for sale, right?
Oh shoot, man. That's crazy,
Anyway,
man.
so yeah. Anyway, yeah, um, it's gonna be it's gonna be Indy. Pittsburgh's got a good team, but Indy's playing some really good ball, and I think the way what Indy does travels, right? This is not having to be home. I think you're going to see them on what used to be called Heinz Field. I forget the name now, but it's going to be some Jonathan Taylor. You'll probably have two. I don't think you'll have three touchdowns, but um, and Daniel Jones will do what needs to be done to keep the offense clicking. And yeah, I see Indianapolis winning this game.
Yeah, I think we three for three on this one. Colts are going to win, and it has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has actually been playing good football the
Yeah.
last couple of games. It's the Steelers' defense is just not good, and you're going up against the best offense right now in the league. I think they put up a stat the other day where points per plays, and I think historically they ranked number two up against the 2007 New England Patriots, the team that went undefeated during the regular season,
Yeah.
and right behind them is the greatest show on turf, Rams, back in '99. That's where they're sitting. That's where their offense is sitting right now, in between those two teams. Pittsburgh's not going to stop that. Not this defense. So
Yeah.
Colts gonna win.
Yeah, yeah, got you. All right, um, all right. So we got the San Diego Chargers.
No,
Um,
no, 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 no. The Los Angeles
sorry,
Chargers.
sorry, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I still have them in San Diego, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still call them San Diego.
yeah, I still got them in San Diego.
I
But
still call them
anyway,
San Diego.
the Chargers.
LA didn't
You keep
want
it
them.
classy. You keep it
Right,
classy,
right,
San
right.
Diego.
Yeah, yeah. So the Chargers and my guy Justin Herbert are traveling to Tennessee to play the
This guy,
Titans.
this guy. I still, all right,
Yeah. So
all right.
yeah, I think hey, Justin Herbert been playing well, man. Just looking good, playing solid. Again, this is what it is with the Titans. They don't have a coach. Cam is by himself. This is a broken record for Tennessee right now. This is just where they're at, and the Chargers just too powerful for them, too much. And the Chargers are just going to overpower these guys. It's not much you could say for the Titans right now.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Tennessee probably has a quarterback for the future, but ain't much trying him on offense. You got Derwin James, but actually no, sorry, I'm thinking Chargers. That's how bad is this? Yeah, Chargers. Chargers gonna win. So
Yeah, same. Chargers. Tennessee has nothing going on. You would hope that after firing the head coach a couple of weeks ago, that some sort of a spark would have manifested, and that hasn't been the case. Um, Cam Ward is struggling. Chargers aren't really playing good ball. Well, they played good last week. Um, yeah, but regardless, it doesn't matter. Anyone against the Titans right now, I feel are going to win. So Chargers, they're just up for this win this week against the Titans.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, Lee. So in this one, got the New Orleans Saints coming to LA to play your Rams. What you got? You go ahead on this one.
No, I mean, I think the Rams are going to pull this one out. You got talks in New Orleans about a fire sale going on. They're looking to trade, a couple of their receivers, Brandon Cooks. Uh, Either I think they want to retain Olave, but what's the third receiver? Rashid Shaheen. I forget. I
Wow.
can't remember his name. Right, number 22. I just know his
Yeah.
number's number 22. But they're looking to offload right now, and they're already looking towards next season. So with that, the Rams they're clicking. I think they're trying to find their stride. They picked up McCreary, cornerback,
Hmm.
in the trade just last week, and looking to reinforce that defensive backfield. So I'm picking the Rams to win this one.
Yeah. Yeah, Doc.
you, no man, Tyler Shook gonna start his first NFL game. Uh,
Hmm.
this is not a team you want to be starting your first NFL game against,
Mm-mm,
especially being on the road,
mm-mm.
because that defense is fast and aggressive, and they like to bother quarterbacks. Um, I wish them all the best, but I don't. There's no tape, but I don't think that's going to be enough to bring the Saints to victory. So I'm going with the Rams. Uh, I don't want to say comfortably because I don't want to put too much into it, but yeah, I think the Rams are gonna win it. I don't think it's gonna be close. I think the Rams are gonna win it, but I won't say comfortably. They're gonna win this game.
Yeah, you know, Tyler Shook starting his first game. Just don't. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Um, if it were me, and I'm not a coach, okay. However, I was keeping Spencer Rattler in the game, especially for this game, because he's already been playing. But you bringing Shook in. This is the wrong game to bring him in, man. Don't bring him in against Jared versing these guys, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that to him. They really trying to sabotage this dude. They really trying to take his nerve. I mean, they really trying to get him hurt. That's crazy. Why are you gonna do that? Mm-mm. And you away? Oh, come on. I could see you even if you was home, but you away too? Come on, man. That's ridiculous. I don't know what they trying to do there in New Orleans, but they definitely not trying to win. And so this one is an easy one for me. Definitely going with the Rams on this. There's no way. I I think Tyler Shook is going to look so bad that at halftime they're gonna bring Spencer Rattler back in. And you say, man, but Spencer, come back in this game, man. Seriously, that the defense is just too much, man. It's too much, and to be bringing him in at this point is that's pointless. So, yeah, that's that.
And here's the thing. After this game, they're at the Panthers. Then they have a bye.
See, that's what I'm
Then
saying.
they host the Falcons. And then they're at the Dolphins.
That's what I'm saying. Bring him in after this, man. Let Spencer keep playing. At least he been playing. So I mean, let him get beat. He been playing, and you got some games right there that it would have been nice and easy for him to get into. But you put, oh man, that's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, the thing is this, right? Shook is actually older than Rattler,
I know. Yeah. I
right?
know.
He's
Yeah.
older than Rattler. Now, of course, Rattler, he's been there a year before him in the league, but it really doesn't matter who they play. They're the same. Like I said, they're the same quarterback.
Yeah.
Shook, and the fact that Shook was kind of injury prone in college doesn't bode well against this defense because this defense they like to touch up these quarterbacks as well. But that being said, if you want a quarterback to start his first game, this really shouldn't be the first game for them to start, considering
Yeah.
what the next couple of games are going to look like for them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's suicide right there, man. But anyway, all right. In the next game, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Las Vegas to play the Raiders, and this one, the Raiders just hadn't really, I don't know what Tom Brady them doing over there, man, but Raiders just hadn't really turned. They just not hadn't been doing anything. And you know why? You know why? Your boy Chip
Oh
Kelly,
boy!
man.
Oh boy!
I blame it on you. I blame it on Chip
Oh
Kelly.
boy!
Yeah, I was wondering why they weren't like all the way rolling, right? And I was like, come on, these dudes got some. They got some players. They could do some stuff, and they got Gino there. They got the rookie in the backfield, Ashton Genty, and they got some receivers. And you mean to tell me y'all looking like this? I'm going with the Jags, and I blame this all on Chip Kelly. This on you, Chip. I'm going with the Jags, man.
If I didn't know any better, I would feel you had some sort of animosity or bitterness towards Chip Kelly. I don't.
Just,
I
just a little
couldn't
bit.
possibly understand. I couldn't
Just a
possibly
little bit,
understand
man. Just a little bit.
you friends with Deshaun Jackson or something, man. I didn't know what's going on, man. Him and LaShawn McCoy, y'all be hanging out.
We like that, man. We like that.
I got you. You know. Shout out Chip Kelly for that fourth down call to help the Ohio State Buckeyes win a national championship last year. Now Chip in the pros is very, very different than Chip in college.
Yes.
Uh, for all the love I got for him for his time at the Ohio State University, him trying to change Ashton Janty's stance just didn't make no sense.
No.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that at this point the Las Vegas Raiders still don't seem to have any sense of identity when they got a head coach who you would think would kind of help figure things out, a veteran quarterback and a really talented running back, and a pretty decent tight end too. right? Um, yeah, I think Jacksonville is going to come in to the probably least home field advantage stadium, that being in Las Vegas. And
Yep.
yeah, I think Jacksonville is going to end up winning this game. Not so much that Jacksonville is a powerhouse, but they've got more stuff going right now than Las Vegas does.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with Doc on the especially on the Chip Kelly love, right? I don't have nothing against him at all. I appreciate him, especially for his contributions to helping Michigan 4 straight wins against Ohio State. Love it. But that being said, I'm looking at this Raiders team links. They have no wide receivers.
Who they got at wide receiver? I thought they had
Jacoby Myers is their number one.
Myers. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
He's their number
Jacoby
one.
My, he's their number one.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
and then they got Trey Tucker, and they have Brock Bowers, who's the tight end,
Brock
and
is there again. Yeah.
and Myers, right? Mayers,
Yeah.
the other tight end, but they don't have any weapons on
Yeah.
the outside.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So that's really the problem here. Gino doesn't really have anyone to throw to, and then with Ashton Genty being a rookie, he's seeing a stacked box every game, every play. There's nowhere for him to run. Again, he's the most hit running back behind the line of scrimmage. So there's no recipe right there for them to be successful on the offensive side. And then, of course, on the defensive side, they get worn down because they're on the field too long.
Yeah.
Right. That being said, Jacksonville is not because I feel have any faith in Jacksonville itself. I just have less faith in the Raiders, and therefore I picked Jacksonville to win this game.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. Now in this game also for Jacksonville, is it Travis Hunter? I think they said he's going to be
Tweaked
taking
the
even
knee.
a bigger role on the
Yeah,
offense, right? Yeah.
yeah. But I think he did show up on the injury report. It
Okay.
says nothing too serious, but they did say I think he tweaked a knee,
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay.
We'll see. We have to monitor that going forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. All right. This here, this game, I say is the game of the week. This one, and it's not the Monday night game.
I was just about to say this is the Monday night game we're talking about already.
No, this is not the
Okay,
Monday night game.
okay, my bad.
This is the. Hold on. Hold on. Before I say this, let me just make sure. This is not the Monday night game, and it's not the
Mm-mm.
Sunday night game.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's not the Monday night game, and it's not the Sunday night game.
Yeah, it's a
So
late Sunday game.
yeah, it's a late Sunday game. Kansas City travels to Buffalo to play the Bills. This one is the game of the week. All right,
Must see TV.
this yeah, definitely must see TV. Um, the Buffalo Bills. Okay, you at home. You have all your weapons. You have no excuses. I don't want to hear it from Buffalo. No excuses. This is a must win for Buffalo. If they don't win this game, I don't want to hear again. I don't want to hear nothing from Buffalo for the rest of the season. Nothing. Because this is your opportunity. Again, another team with another opportunity to prove themselves against Kansas City, the team that's been punking y'all for the last few years. You got the opportunity now to step it up. Josh Allen, do your thing. Josh has always been doing his thing, right? But anyway, it's time. And if you guys don't prove it on Sunday, then forget it for the rest. Don't even talk playoffs. Who is that? Playoffs? Who is that? Don't even
Moore.
Jim Moore. Yes. Don't even talk playoffs. Don't even want to hear it if you cannot beat KC on Sunday. With all of that being said, I'm going with KC, man. I'm going with KC. I don't. The Bills to me, KC is rising. I want to pick the Bills. I want to, but when going up against KC, it's just like the big brother who just keep the little brother who say, I'm ready now. I'm ready to take you on now. Ready to go. And then the big brother just smack him up and say, just go sit down. That's how I see it. So I think KC is still going to win. They're on the rise. Buffalo, it's do or die for Buffalo at this point, but KC wins this game.
Right now, Buffalo has that Pedro Martinez complex. They see the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's like, what can I say? The Kansas City Chiefs are my daddy. No matter how much they seem to try, when it comes down to it, KC beats them, right? And so, to your point, Lincoln, for us to take Buffalo seriously this year, they have to win this game. This ain't a must win to get into the playoffs, but psychologically and potentially for home field advantage, because you'd rather play in Buffalo than at Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
This a must win game, right? We have had debates as to how good Kansas City is versus Buffalo, and I feel you when it's like I wanna root for Buffalo, but I just can't. And then the Kansas City, they always seem to somehow eke it out. You know what? And maybe because I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan and we've lost 4 Super Bowls, and we just have faith that it's going to work out someday, somehow, some way. I'm going with Buffalo. I'm going to have faith and stay the course.
All
And
right.
Buffalo is going to win this game. And at least regular season, exorcise some demons 2 days after Halloween and win against Kansas City.
All right.
Yeah, there are two teams I've now come to not trust or will never pick when they go up against the Chiefs. Baltimore Ravens
Right, go.
and the Buffalo Bills,
Mm.
right? And until they show me and they exercise those demons, I can't in good conscience pick them. Every time I think, this is the year, they, they they let me down. So, and I think on Buffalo's side, they've been eliminated by the Chiefs 4 out of the last 5 times they've been to the playoffs. So
Yeah.
that's I don't know. Daddy, I think Daddy is correct. Chiefs are their daddy. But yeah, so I'm gonna pick the Chiefs in this one. Mainly also because the fact that the Chiefs are playing really good football now.
Yeah.
They are on an upward trajectory. They're clicking on all cylinders on both sides of the ball. Buffalo still seems to not be in sync on the offensive side. They're relying a lot on James Cook, and it'll be interesting if the Chiefs are able to kind of shut down that running game. Will those receivers, can they gain enough separation for Josh Allen to get them the ball? Because it's not a Josh Allen problem. It's those perimeter players. They're just not separating from those DBs, and the windows are just too tight. So I'm gonna pick the Chiefs.
Yeah, and another thing on this, you guys make some good points on this, but Kansas City's defense is sneakily good, so that's another thing. They know how to stop the run, and their DBs are solid. And yeah, so their defense has always stepped up to the plate. So yeah, that's a big one. All right, let's move to the Sunday night game. You got the Seattle Seahawks visiting the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels is back, but Terry McLaurin is back out again. So I think Debo is back. Commanders are they're still old on defense. Jaden Daniels is I mean, he's a factor in the game, but I think it might be a little bit too late for the Commanders with the injuries with Jaden Daniels and everything. And the Seahawks are looking good. Doc, your boy, looking good out there in Seattle. Um, so, you know, and the Seahawks are supposed. Okay, let me. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this. Hold on a second. The Seahawks are in Washington. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks. I was slightly. This game might be a little bit closer than people think. I was slightly looking at the Commanders a little bit, but yeah, I think it's just gonna. Jaden Daniels is gonna do his thing, but it's the defense. Their defense, it's just too old. They're too old on the defense, and the Seahawks are clicking on offense. And Jackson Smith and Jigba, nobody guarding him right now for Washington. So yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks in this game.
If it wasn't for the aforementioned game of the week, this would probably be the game of the week. It's
Yeah,
not the sexier names like Kansas City and Buffalo, but these are two really good teams going at it. All right. Um, I agree with you. I think it's going to be close. Um, but I think when the rubber meets the road, Seattle's going to end up pulling out the victory. Sam Darnold's playing well. Yeah, Smith and Jigba's doing some playing lights out.
yeah,
And that Seattle defense is underrated for how good it is. And maybe it's because they're just up there in the Northwest. Folks ain't really catching them. This will be a chance for folks to see what that Seattle Seahawks defense is like. And I think because of that combination of a decent offense and a really good defense, and with McLaurin out, I'm going to go with Seattle winning on the road in Washington.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Seattle. Um, I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking at this Commanders team, and Lynx, you hit it, um, and Doc, you said this too, that this team is old,
yeah,
right? I'm looking at the defense, and you're looking at like the leaders, right, and tackles. You got Von Miller,
yeah,
uh, Wagner,
yeah.
right, Bobby Wagner. Um, like I'm like, what did they do in the draft? Right, you had you got your franchise guy from 2 years ago. You had an awesome rookie season.
Yeah.
Okay, and now you get a chance to go into this next draft and start stocking up on some young talent to help support
Mm,
him. I don't see it.
yeah.
I know they got a tackle, Connolly, from
Hmm.
Ohio State, right? Right. I believe he came from Ohio State, but outside of that, like I see no like youth injected anywhere, not from a offensive side for for him to get the ball out to, or even on the defensive side. So that being said, I'm picking the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are playing really good football. Jackson Smith and Jigba is playing out of his mind right now. Sam Donald looks like he has, he's kind of, he's it's carrying over what happened last year with the Vikings. It's, he's doing that right now also with the Seahawks, and I just don't know if the Commanders can keep up. So I'm gonna pick the Seahawks.
Yeah. When you look at and lead, you look at their draft picks. Round one, like you said, offensive tackle, Josh
Hmm.
Conley Jr.
Hmm.
Round two, they had cornerback Trey Amos. Um, right. Round four, they didn't have a pick in round three. Round four, wide receiver Jalen Lane. Um, no pick in round five. Round six, they had linebacker Kane Madrano.
Hmm.
And then round seven, a running back. That's Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, who's been playing. But
Hmm.
I'm not sure if the cornerback and the linebacker are
They
playing.
ain't hit. They're
You
playing,
know,
but they're not
they're not.
producing.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
really. Yeah, yeah. So, Yeah, they need to, and then look at this on offense. Their tight end, you know who their tight end is
Zach
on
Ertz.
exactly Zach Ertz. I mean,
Come on, man.
yeah, they're just over the hill right now on that side of the ball, and yeah, so yeah, definitely they don't they need some help. Um, all right, so the last game, the Monday night game, you got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Dallas to play the Cowboys. Um, uh, what's man? I'm drawing a blank. What's the QB name, man?
Kyler
Arizona
Murray or
QB.
Dak?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray. Yeah, Kyler Murray is back. He's gonna be back. And
Whoop de doo.
yeah, and he's going up against the Cowboys. Cowboys offense look good. Look, okay. I know y'all think I'm going against the Cow. I'm not gonna go against the Cowboys. I'm begrudgingly going to pick the Cowboys in this game.
What?
And
Sorry,
yeah.
say it loud.
I know. And it's because the Arizona Cardinals don't have a defense. Um, you know, they don't have a defense, and so the Cowboys offense is just going to overpower them. Pickens and my man CeeDee Lamb just going to overpower them, and they're going to win this game. The Dallas Cowboys only lose when they play teams that are physical. They got a big time defense, and then Dak turns into the Dak that I love to see. The Dak that just throws these interceptions when the time comes. But this week, Dallas is gonna be back riding high. They going back to the Super Bowl, man. Dallas gonna be going back to the Super Bowl when they beat the Cardinals. That's what they do in Dallas, So Doc, you know all about this, man. They going back to the Super Bowl. They're gonna be talking about this. This is gonna be you're gonna see Jerry coming on talking about we this is what we supposed to be doing and that and that and that. Yeah, Dallas is just like the Falcons to me. Um, you know, I put them in the same category. So, but I'm gonna go with them this week because again, they're playing the Cards, and the Cards don't have that much of a defense. So I'll give it to the Cowboys.
So Kyler Murray is listed as questionable.
Okay.
Now, with the game being on Monday, that's that extra day to kind of heal up. I am making this prognostication assuming Kyler Murray is playing. I have seen Kyler Murray play in Jerry World. Just back in high school when he was at Allen, and he was the best athlete on the field, and I saw him win a championship. Now, he ain't win no championship on Monday. But Kyler Murray plays well when he's in Texas. So if Kyler Murray's playing, he playing in front of his fans from back in the day. He gonna give them a show. Arizona does not have a defense, but they got more of a defense. The Dallas Cowboys got a defense, and I think even Kyler Murray at 90% with the lack of a pass rush, the lack of the ability to stop the run, and heaven forbid that man got time to throw against the Dallas Cowboys secondary. I'm going with the Cardinals.
All right.
So Arizona Cardinals will defeat the Dallas Cowboys because of Kyler Murray. And Kyler Murray going to get that little Sharpie and write his name on the stadium wall like Eli Manning used to. Yeah, he gonna write his name on the wall again. So,
Yeah. All right. I hope you're right, man.
Yeah, these are two of the more inconsistent teams. I think and you're right. They're up there with the Falcons. You got the Falcons, and right below them are these two teams, Cowboys and Cardinals.
Yeah.
That's just inconsistent,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's kind of hard to predict because of that inconsistency. I get where Doc is coming from with Kyler Murray and Kyler Murray's his history in that stadium. That does hold some merit. They got some players where they just feel themselves when they're in a familiar place, and they've had success, so they kind of play outside of themselves. But you're looking at the two teams. The Cardinals defense it's better, right? I think right now, in terms of points allowed, Cowboys are like at the bottom of the barrel. They're well close to the bottom, the 31st.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals are like in the middle of 13. But what kind of jumps out to me is the fact that I think on the offensive side, the Cowboys they control the ball a little bit better than the Cardinals. Cardinals go three and out like nobody's business. Like they cannot sustain drives on a consistent basis. And I feel if the Cowboys come out there and they control the time of possession and keep that Cardinals defense on the field, they're going to pull out this win. So I'm going to pick the Cowboys. I just don't trust Kyler Murray right now, especially how he's been playing this season. I just don't trust him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick the Cowboys.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. All right. So go ahead, Doc.
If the Cowboys actually do the game plan you're talking about, which is a very sensible game plan, yeah. But it's the Cowboys. They're gonna try to highlight the $60 million a year man instead of handing the ball off. I think they're gonna have a couple drives that don't result in some points. And the Cowboys for Arizona's offense, they are so happy to face the Cowboys defense because the Cowboys defense only have a 50% third down conversion rate. Like half the time it's third down, they give up a first down. They can't get off the field either. So, if the Cowboys come out and run the ball and hold clock and speed the game up and minimize them possessions, yeah, I think the Cowboys, whether it's Kyler Murray or not, the Cowboys will win. But I don't think they're smart enough to do it.
Right now, they're ranked fifth. They're ranked fifth right now in time of possession. Cowboys.
I got you.
So, yeah. So I mean, we'll see. It's not something that they haven't done. Is what I'm saying.
But some of the time possession is because the defense gives up so many big plays. They back on the field. So I don't think it's 15 play drives per se. I think the defense is giving up 4 plays in the score and the offense back on the field again. It's a combination of the two, but I think that's a little misleading.
That's a good note. All right.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So tough with these teams. But anyway, just looking at the game here, third quarter, 8 minutes left. Baltimore is up 21-6. So they're rolling. Looks like the right now the prediction is looking like Baltimore is going to win this game. I don't see here what they got Tua throwing the ball out, but it looks like Baltimore is going to win this game. So looking forward to this.
That's not a surprise. It's not a surprise.
Yeah. No surprise there. No surprise. But
they beat the Falcons last week. I mean, they thought.
They said that when I was listening, they were saying that with them blowing out the Falcons, Tua just got sacked, but just blowing out the Falcons, they were like, it looks like Mike McDaniel might save his, and it looks like Tua, and ain't nothing happening.
So they need to watch. We could have told them. Right? We could have told them.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll follow up next week on these games, man, and see that game of the week, KC Bills, tuned in. All right, man. All right, fellas.
All right.
See y'all on the next one.